So, good morning, comrades. And after yesterday's very positive walk, today's very windy, we're going for a second state-approved walk. If you're gonna say we're going to go out, it sounds irresponsible in today's times, but state-approved walk is kind of mysterious and serious, and might be also healthy, beneficial. So, as you can see, we all have the social distancing rules and all the same household people, all good, and I'm just here all by myself. Well, at least we have some car spotting today. With such a good weather, it would have been such a good TF day. But I think I should stop. I mean, I was already depressive enough yesterday. So we are going to Adenau. Luis is actually going to be walking the whole track, but I said no, I don't have time for it. And actually, I don't have the energy for it after yesterday's walk either. So walking down along the track to Adenau, to Breitscheid. To make things even more adventurous, the guys are going alongside Hatzenbach, but we're gonna take a detour to show you also some new roads and routes. More tadpoles today. What?
Ring tadpoles.
Ring tadpoles. So what are ring tadpoles like?
They're tadpoles that race on the ring.
Okay. And which colors? I think British Racing green.
Yes.
Maybe the same as Black Falcon, AMG GT3?
Uh-huh.
They get gold wheels?
Gold wheels?
Yes.
I guess all those trees fell down because of the storm. Look at that, the castle. Very nice view from here. So I think I actually probably mentioned it a couple of times already, but the Nürburgring area, before it was the Nürburgring, was actually very popular to do all these type of activities, walking. That was the only tourism that they had here, so lots of walking. And basically, when the Nürburgring was built in 1925, they had like a common gathering with all the local people, and they said, okay, you can express your concerns and wishes and desires. And the main one was like, okay, this area is very popular for all the walks with tourists, people, friends, well, you name it. We want to preserve all these paths. So whenever you're going to build your massive racetrack, please make sure that all these paths are going to still be here. And that's why you can find lots of tunnels going underneath the track, because, well, obviously it's important to get from one side to another without crossing the track, but also because these paths were there in the first place for all the hitchhikers. Yep, so this was definitely a heavy storm. Reminds me of my trip to US last November, when we were in the desert and lots of destroyed things were there. Another story that I've been telling about a lot is back in 2016, at the very first VLN test day, which was like usually one weekend before the first day of TF, there was an accident happened, and 2016 was a year after 2015, and 2015 was the horrific accident where a spectator got killed, after which the track was changed and Nürburgring was under lots of pressure. And in 2016 the practice was interrupted because there was another accident, and as usually it happens at the Nürburgring, there was lots of rumors going on that Marshall got killed, that someone else got killed, that everything is very bad because the track was closed for 3 hours. Oh wow. They got really hard destroyed by the storm. But anyhow, we were standing at Wippermann, and I think the vlog is actually still out there. It's one of them that I released in 2016, and I will try to link it up here if I can find it and don't forget it. Basically, after about 3 or even 6 hours of standing trackside, one of the marshals said, okay guys, the track is going to be open, it's all fine. And we were started cheering, obviously, because yeah, all these rumors were incorrect, as many other rumors at the Nürburgring. And there was an old couple walking by, like probably like 70, between 70 and 90 years old, and they said, we don't care about your Nürburgring, we're just here to walk. Like, well, the message was also not for you guys. But yeah, these people are still here who have no idea that motorsport exists, that the Nürburgring exists, and they come here. For example, with Rock am Ring, there are many types of people like that, and these walkers. So just walkers, sounds like Walking Dead. I mean, we're kind of dead inside because the Nürburgring is closed.
Just so you know.
Yeah, because that's like kind of like an official kind of thing.
Just so you know.
Just, yeah.
This is the area where
Little heads up.
you're near here. Yeah.
Ooh, there's a bunker. Should we go check it out? There's more.
Yeah.
Oh, there it actually says what it is. There.
You want to go and look?
Yes, you joining?
Yeah. Guys?
Aha! That's a history of Nürburgring. So basically, this is an old mine to how you say basalt in English? Or is it basalt?
I don't know.
Probably. Oh yeah. That's where they took out all the stones for make a foundation of the track. Wow.
Cool.
Very much so. A very impressive part is that between 1500 and 2000 kilos of dynamite, well, pretty much, was used to explode this. Yep, that was the reason why the constructing Nürburgring was relatively cheap, because everything was here already. Just blow it up with 2000 kilos of dynamite, which is equivalent force of a GT2 RS, I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
Misha and I don't even know what basalt in English is, but the 7-year-old, he knows that it's lava, that it cools underground, and what type of rock it is.
Yep.
I think we have problems.
Yeah. The only type of rock you know is rock music that you put in your YouTube videos.
Well, maybe when Maxie and Annalise do some homeschooling, you guys should sit along and
Well,
just
that's,
Yeah.
exactly.
sit in on class for a little bit.
All around the kitchen table.
Yeah. And then what happened, Tiffany?
So did you see, because of social distancing in Venice, fish came back? Also happens at the Nürburgring. That time when I needed the S20 for better zoom. Oh, it's goats. Okay.
Can we try and go up there? Can?
Remember when we were chasing a sheep? And after a while, we have arrived at this stone. It's actually also a map. So 1.5 kilometer we have walked from Nürburg. And Nürburgring is there and also there. So all roads lead to Nürburgring. Doesn't matter which path you take. Oh, there you see Nürburgring. Yep. Quidderbach. Quidderbacher Höhe. Or actually it's going to be later down there. This is Hoheichen, my favorite prototype spotting spot. Doing some prototype spotting. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, look at that. It's the new McLaren 765 LT. What, you cannot see it? Probably because it's with check engine light still in the garage. I guess you can pick flowers because it's green. Kinda, something. I know, help to protect them. So you need to hold them and protect them, but not tear them out of the ground. So far, this nature lesson. And other Nürburgring history lesson, here is where all the barracks were based for the construction workers of the Nürburgring. Quidderbacher, where the sound measurements take place, because pretty much everyone is going flat out here. So there's always someone standing with a microphone and a camera, and if you're too loud, you get a ban for the day or forever. No, usually only for the day. So over there is the castle, and already have 6,000 steps, so my daily goal, that's good. And here we have Schwedenkreuz, so you go all the way down, and then you have what used to be the jump, and then turn into Arnberg. What I want to say is that you can actually see the castle from the track if you're driving on the track and you look out of your passenger window or your driver's window if you have a rent-and drive car. But don't get too distracted. Oh yeah, a bicyclist. I wonder how fast you can go down the Schwedenkreuz with the bicycle. With a car, it's close to 300 kilometers an hour if you have a car that's capable of doing that. I'm losing the group again. And I totally forgot what I wanted to tell you. But I guess it's time for a disclaimer for people who are gonna ask, are you able to ride on the track with your bicycle or walk on it? Short answer is no, because it's a private object. You need permission for that. There are some dedicated days that you can do it. If you do it just right now, obviously no one's going to shoot you. But it is, at the end of the day, it is illegal. At the end of the day, it is prohibited, and thereby I cannot show it to you because, well, you would require a media license, and I cannot show you illegal activities unless they would be legal. And track walks are being organized by the Nürburgring. This is something you can find on their website. Maybe I should organize the common track walk, say like, hey, this is a track walk I'm going to attend, and you guys can hop along whenever it's going to be open again. And another thing, to be honest, I kind of find walking on the track boring. I mean, for the very first time, it's awesome to see how it is, but for such a walk like we have now, just like a family walk, for the kids especially, it's very monotonous because it's like very wide, and yeah, it's not as interesting with having all the animals here, or fish, or mining facilities, or all the other things that we might encounter today still. And for the new audience who are still not familiar with the concept of Nürburgring, this is the actual Swedish cross. So Schwedenkreuz, or Swedish cross, is not named after any like government institution. Mayor of Kalberg was slain in 1648 or something, I believe, and that's when they put like a memory cross here during the Swedish-German War. You can find out more on Wikipedia, but this is as much as you need to know about why this track section is named after this cross. So far the homeschooling of the kids. Yeah, and that's size reference, how tall it is.
That path for the bikes, right?
Yep, it's a path for the bikes, and it's a jump here just like on the track at Schwedenkreuz. So don't live through here. Go, run and jump. That's the Nürburgring's Pebble Beach. Whoa, what did I just say? That was the Boris inside me. So take two, that's Nürburgring's Pebble Beach. Oklahoma Bridge. Climb up. Up to Poststrasse. So this is called Poststrasse, or the Mail Street. Probably because they were delivering mail between Adenau and Nürburg. And that was the official name of this section. Well, that's not really a section, but underneath. And for some reason they stopped using it. Oh look, a zebra or pedestrian crossing. Now actually you might be thinking like, oh haha, how funny, but there is an actual official pedestrian crossing at Adenau Forst, because this used to be, well, like a public road. It had actual crossing from one side to the other of the track. And there, when you drive, when you approach Adenau Forst, you should be able to see a no stopping sign for the cars. And down into Foxhole. And now we are on top of Adenau Forst, so you come out of Foxhole, straight out of Foxhole. There's, by the way, a t-shirt in my shop, you can check it out if maybe that's something for you. And there is the sign that I was speaking earlier about, the no parking sign, or no stopping sign. And over there, let me see, yeah, that's the actual zebra. So there was actually a spectator area over there, but yeah, they kind of removed it. Well, actually not there, but I think that's the actual spectator area where now everyone goes straight if they don't know the track. You can also like sunbathe on the curbs. The sacrifices we all make to get a view of the track. That's very steep. Extremely steep. Yep, definitely worth it. We're now on the other side, on the right of Kallenhardt. Almost a bright side. Actually, now that I think of it, it's actually a very nice spectator area.
I mean, if you're gonna build a container, you can put it much more that way.
Nice stairs. Oh, I want to do that too.
Come on, Misha, jump on.
So walking down to our final destination, Breitscheid, and over there you have Exmühle, the climb. So we're going to the lowest point, and after that we could go further. I think that's what Louis, Valeria and Ian are doing, but we're gonna stop it there. That one time when we have no issues with staying below speed limit. And that's it. After a 10-kilometer walk, we have the sign of exit to Breitscheid. And yes, also my favorite wall. There it is. Probably which one of the three is mine? Maybe you can tell me in the comments. It's really too bad that Ventisette, which is there, is closed. Or Oberstrack. Would have loved myself some pizza or schnitzel or anything. That's a nice one. Oh. Never knew that it had two brake calipers. One for the handbrake, obviously. That's my type of pun. The cherry tea.
It's you, Misha. It's all you.
Well, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's walk. See you next time. Maybe next time we're gonna walk the other half of the track, or basically that's something you should do. Definitely, it's very cool. It took us, I think, 4 hours to do it. So yeah, and that was like slow pace with the kids. So thanks for watching. See you next time.